Hi guys, my name is Brianna. I am the owner and maker of Mama Llama Custom Creations, and in today's tutorial I am going to show you guys how to make a white marble tumbler. These are so simple and fun to make. I love the marble look. I did get a request for this video, so I was super excited to whip up another one. I actually just did a yellow one too. I did do yellow and white for the marbling on this one. However, I did, like I said, get a request for the white one that was on my Facebook page. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. As always, all of the products that I use will be linked in the description box below for you. Alright, so I am going to start with a 20-ounce skinny, fully prepped and sanded tumbler. I do have this one spray painted white gloss from Rustoleum. I'm going to apply about 10 milliliters of epoxy here. I'm going to spread that thinly and evenly and make sure that there aren't any streaks that will show through with my glitter later. And then once I'm done epoxying this here, I will go ahead and just put it back on my spinner to spin for about 2 minutes and let everything even out there. Alright, so now I'm going to come in with Parabatai from Peachy Olive Glitters. I am going to lightly, or I guess not so lightly, I kind of went crazy here. Go ahead and shake this all over the tumbler. I am not going to full coverage it per se, because I am going to leave some room for a finer cut here to come in and finish it off. Once I put this back in my shaker, I will come in with Nookie. This is another white from Peachy Olive Glitters. It's my all-time favorite. I will come in and pour this everywhere, make sure that we have nice, good coverage on everything and that there are no open or blank spaces. And then we will go ahead and put it on our spinner for 6 hours. So this is actually the second coat of epoxy that is being applied since being glittered. So I did apply a first coat, however, your girl forgot to record. So once your cup is glittered and it sits for the full 6 to 8 hours, you take it off, apply about 30 milliliters, which is exactly what I am doing here. And then I will go ahead and put this on my spinner for another 6 to 8 hours and see if it is smooth enough for my liking to go ahead and move into some sanding and adding our marbling. Alright, so I did let that one dry overnight. I went through my usual sanding routine, sanded out any big lumps or bumps. I did sand around the bottom and the top rim. I am applying a very generous amount of epoxy here because I do want to have really good movement when we come in and add our marbling later. So the more epoxy that you have for that, the better. And you do want to get this on right away and kind of work before your work time on your epoxy so that things don't start hardening for the best movement. Once I have this completely coated, I will get it on my turner and then I will go ahead and take my leftover epoxy and start mixing in my white acrylic paint for the marbling. I will just mix in enough so that it is not transparent and that the white is pretty solid looking, if that makes sense. So as much as I'd like to say there is no method to my madness here, so I really just kind of take small amounts of this epoxy that I have onto my popsicle stick and I just kind of drizzle it and let it fall where it falls on my tumbler. I try and get it as close to the bottom and then string to the top as much as I can, and then I will get that, once I have it all the way around my tumbler, I will start running my popsicle stick through those lines without adding any more. See how I like the look of it, and then I will start adding small touches, halfway points and quarterway points along the top and the bottom. I typically don't do a lot with the bottom. I just kind of let it run along the edge and let it swirl on its own while it turns. As you can see here on my popsicle stick, I don't use a large amount at all. I use a very small amount and just kind of drizzle it along and see where it lands. Once I am happy with the paint on my tumbler, I will come in with my heat gun and I will go quickly over my tumbler. Do not get too close or apply this too long because you can burn your epoxy, but this does help get better movement. I will go ahead and let that sit for a minute and see if I want to add anything else. I let that turn for about 10 more minutes, and then I did come in and apply some more heat, and then I took my popsicle stick and just ran some lines through the existing paint that I had there, and then applied some more heat. I did not apply any more paint. We will go ahead and let this turn for 8 hours, apply our final coat of epoxy, and it is finished. And here is the finished cup. I did apply that one final coat and it was ready to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've made it this far, please like, comment, and subscribe. That would help me tremendously, and I will see you guys next time.